Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sam along with my co-host Stank and Papi Latte, and you're watching the Loose Cannons presented by Redcap Plumbing and Air, a Tampa-based company that takes pride in their reputation for timely service, professional results, and exceeding your expectations. They truly define hashtag Tampa Proud. As always, the number to call is on the screen. It is 312-626-6799, and when prompted, you enter the code 9955204740, and you'll be in our digital waiting room. We are so stoked to be joined tonight by none other than Brent Allen, formerly of the Pewtercast, the OG, our podcast big brother, and of course, the founder of that wonderful, what used to be a wonderful show. What's up, Brent?
What's up, Loose Cannons? I have arrived.
I love it.
At the Loose Cannons podcast.
Holy shit, he's bringing the fucking energy
Holy
tonight.
shit. Is that how I need to start the show? Let's do this again.
Big dick energy
should.
right now, bro. It's fucking amazing.
Guys, look, I haven't done this. Like right now, normally, I'd be doing this like 3, 4, 5 times a week. You know what I mean? Or we'd be putting something out right now. But man, it has been far too long and far too in between of being able to talk Buccaneers with anybody. So I'm stoked to be here, guys. Stoked to be here.
Anybody else get a flashback to Good Morning Vietnam and Rob Williams when he's still
A little bit of that.
A little bit.
A little bit of that, yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Buccaneers!
Brent, it's
All
so
right.
good to have you.
Seriously.
They can hear you at $1 at this point.
All the way from Jacksonville.
The
Yes.
chat is excited.
Ooh.
What's up, everybody in the chat? Wow, look at this. This is some old friends up in here. Brian, G Vegas, come on now, Pless. What's up, guys?
Yeah, look at all these people. They're not even tuned in to hear us. They're here for you. I don't know,
yeah.
man.
It
I mean,
is.
dude, OJ Simpson freaking showed up for me over here. I love it, man.
Yeah. I saw
Hey,
that
at
earlier.
least an OJ is actually showing up and
Ooh.
doing something productive.
Ouch.
Wow, I guess we're starting there.
So, Brent, what are you expecting to see this Saturday at 8 o'clock from
Yes,
these
sir.
starters, man? Are you
What
happy
do
that
I
the starters are playing?
Look, here's the thing. Oh, we're gonna jump right in. Here we go. I think the fans need to see these starters, and we need to see them at least for the first half, if not a little bit more, because what we have seen in these first 2 games has not been good. Now, I get it. It's the scrubs. It's the backups. It's the first game. They're shaking off the rust. They're focusing on a passing game and not a running game. Like, I get all of that. We need to see something this game coming up, because I think we're all excited about who's actually going to be playing on the field. I know that I thought that we were a lot better in our depth than what we have put out on the field over these last 2 weeks. And I'm not saying that I'm worried. I just need to see the guys that are actually playing. So I'm excited, and I hope that they bring it. I know they're going to try to hide it, and nobody wants to get injured. I get it. But I want to see some helmets crack, and I want to see some sacks gotten. I want to see some touchdowns thrown. So let's make it happen, guys. It's got to happen.
So
They're
what you're
saving
saying
that-
is that this is a must-win game. That's what I'm hearing.
No, it's
Preseason
a
week 3.
must-win half.
Must win.
It's a must-win half. I don't care about the rest of the game, but it's a must-win half.
Is it?
Oh,
Go
but
ahead,
we
Stank.
blew them out. We blew the Titans out in a practice, though. That wasn't enough.
I didn't get to see it. See, that's the thing. I need to
Evidently,
see
it was the best practice in the history of Buccaneers practices. The
Devin
way that
White
everybody was
suplex somebody.
tweeting about it. Yeah.
I would have paid good money to see Devin White suplex somebody.
Oh my God, you and me both. Me and Sammer went the day before. You know, the day where they got
The
their
bad
teeth kicked in.
practice. Yeah.
And they had to react to that and come out and kick their ass. It was really
Right.
depressing that we didn't get to see Devin White suplex somebody, because I'd pay good money as well.
Are the Texans playing their starters? Do we know that or not? Are we going against the Texans once?
Doesn't matter. The Texans are picking number 1 next year. Like, they're picking number 1.
Do you guys get a sense that the Buck fans are kind of a little bit beside themselves? Is more like a this is too good to be true type of scenario where we got to see this to make sure it's real, that they're not rusty, that something bad is, because we always seem to expect the worst. I get a feeling on Twitter of like they have to see a dominant half by these guys, or it's the end of the world. The team's not going to repeat. Like, why is that? Or do you guys agree with me? You guys even see that? Because I get that weird feeling from fans.
I know what you're saying, and I think it's fans are looking at the last 2 games, thinking that there's something thinking that they're expecting to see something more. I mean, guys, we all know preseason games are
shitty.
Yeah, they are. But like this year being different, we only have 3 games, right? Like for years we've known the pattern, right? Like the starters come out and play the first 2 series, and then we don't care about them in the first game. And then in the second game they play the first quarter, and then third game they play the first half, and then we get that game 4 that nobody ever even bothers to look at, right? Except for the coaches on game film. Like that's it. That's been the path, but that's not been the case this year. Last week was the game 4, and like even I'm sitting there going, like I can't figure out what their thought process is behind these games and how they're stacking them up, and nobody really seems to be talking about it that much. So I think understandably fans are they're seeing what's on the field, but they're not seeing what's going to be on the field come September, right? And so I think you have I think that might be a lot of that component. I don't know, and that's what I mean when I said earlier, it's good for the fan psyche. Yeah. We need to see those guys come out as a fandom to show like what we've all been beating our chest for the last 6 months, 7 months now. You look at it, we got 26 of 22 starters coming back. We're going, like we're amazing. Oh, we've done nothing but draft for special teams. We're great. Like we've got to see that be put on the field now. And we got to see it be put on the field by the people who are going to be putting it on the field. And that's where I think we are as a fandom.
We need that 4-5 play, 75-yard drive that only takes like 2 minutes, and you're just like, holy shit, who's going to stop these guys? And then that's it. Right. That's it. We're happy after that.
You want to hang some preseason banners, is what you're saying, Sammer.
It would be nice.
Here's the thing.
State, even the Saints won a preseason game. Come on.
I'll hang a Super Bowl banner. I'll hang a divisional banner. I'll hang a regular season banner. I'll hang a preseason banner. I'll hang the offseason banner. I don't care. Give me all the banners. I want them all.
Listen, all I know is we won the fucking Super Bowl last year with no preseason games. And I think Arians is kind of, up to this point, kind of had that type of mentality. Like, this is a veteran team. Yeah, you don't want to have to see them, hit the switch when we play Dallas on Thursday night. But
but last year not having preseason kind of hurt this team the first couple of weeks, especially against the Saints. That first drive was the only moment of that game where we really looked like we knew what the fuck we were doing, and that was a scripted drive. So you take that away, and you're like, this team could have used preseason, because the first couple of games seemed like they were the preseason weeks for us, even though we won the first, 2 of those first 3.
We won the Carolina one afterwards, and it was more of
it still was off.
We just out talented those teams in the beginning, Denver, all that stuff. But there's no question that they didn't find their footing until later on in midseason. So preseason would have helped. Honestly, I'm in the minority. I don't feel comfortable with what's going on this Saturday. I don't. As a fan, do I want to see the starters? Hell yeah, I do. I want to see real football, like Brent was talking about. I mean, last week was the UPS versus FedEx Bowl. It was the guys that aren't going to be playing in this league, except for Tryon. Jesus Christ, Tryon.
Fun to watch that kid, man.
But selfishly, I want to see them, but at the same time, I don't. Like Stank just said, it's a veteran team. They know what they're doing. I think Arians is going to play them. He's already said he's playing them the whole half because it's the longest break, because like Brent said, there's only 3 preseason games this year, not 4. So there's going to be 2 weeks between the next time they see Dallas. So to have to flip that switch in prime time would be, a big ask. So they need it, but I'm not going to lie that I'm cringing. I'm literally going to be white knuckling a drink, hoping that just get in and out.
Is that because of what happened to ETN? Be honest.
Fuck yeah, it is, man. I mean, anything can happen. It's football, bro. It's a contact sport. I don't want any fucking part of it, bro.
I'd be more happy if they played the first quarter as opposed to the first half. I get you got to shake that rust. You got to get guys in kind of, that tempo. I don't know if the defense didn't even already look kind of prepared that first preseason game. I thought they were kind of thumping.
The starters did their thing, bro.
Yeah. But I still feel like the offense, because there's timing and things like that, it wouldn't hurt them to play a whole first quarter. But a whole first half, I'm going to be a little, I don't know if I want to see that. I'm a little.
Here's the only thing that I'll push back on you guys with that. A part of the preseason games, a part of that buildup that we're used to over the 4 games of the just a couple of drives and then a quarter and then a whole half, has been the getting their bodies used to the beating and being able. And so to go from nothing to 60 minutes of pound.
That's hard.
That's a lot. And it feels like we haven't had that ramp up for the guys, for those starter guys. I can remember playing football and having the new guys come and be like, how come you guys already know what you're doing? Shouldn't I be the one? Like, I'm still learning. And I'm like, no, dude, because I need the reps for myself. And that's the only thing that I could say would make me want to keep the starters really in. Like, cause I'm with you cognitively from a football standpoint. I don't want anybody hurt. Let's get to the season healthy. But you know whose philosophy that was as well? Was Dirk Cutter. And look how well that worked out for him. You know, he sacrificed everything during camp to get healthy at the season, or to be healthy at the season.
And his teams usually had weird injuries those first few weeks too.
But the
Hamstrings.
The difference though between Cutter and Bruce, we can all agree, is that Bruce runs a much more physical. Well, he can coach, obviously. Not an overall difference, but just this comparison is that we can all agree that Bruce runs a much more physical camp. I mean, everybody said that from day one with Bruce. It was like, holy shit. I mean, this is light and day from what Dirk Cutter was doing. He doesn't give a fuck. They're going live. They're hitting. So they've built up some of that callus in camp. But I know what you mean, Brent. They have to hit. You have to get calloused. Tackling is horrible the first quarter of the season around the whole league, because it's just, you got to build your body up to that to be able to withstand it. Fuck. It's just a catch-22 for me, man. Just get in and out of.
It's football though. You got to let them go out there and hit. The injuries are going to happen. You can't bubble wrap these guys. Obviously, you don't want guys like Brady in harm's way in a game that doesn't matter. But Brady's going to be in harm's way for 17 games after that. You just can't. You gotta let it fly this week. Let them shake the cobwebs off a little bit and go out there and do their thing.
And listen, the starters are only the first half of this game. There's still that other part of the game that I think there's a couple of things that are a bit more important than people want to maybe make out, which is we got all of our starters back. There's still some depth shit that's going on too, man. There's one that actually involves a starter, which I find it interesting, but I kind of could see that happening towards the end. Remember, we were watching Aaron Stinney play through the playoffs, and we were all saying to ourselves, guys, dude, he's making it difficult to make that the choice. I'm telling you, Aaron Stinney is playing his ass off in practice, and so far in the 2 games, they haven't run the ball across the board. But apparently, that's a matchup to where he may be a starter if he goes out there and he outplays Kappa, who I fucking love. Guy played with a fucking broken arm. I mean,
no chance in hell, Sam. I'm sorry.
Really?
No chance in hell. Kappa starting. This is Bruce. Everyone knows Bruce. And they know him as the quarterback whisperer, but he's not just the quarterback whisperer. He's the whisperer, period, because he's, from a psychological standpoint, he's got it down. This is Bruce firing up Stinney, firing up Kappa. They know they can't afford Kappa after this year anyways, and they want to see Stinney step in there.
I'm telling you, Stinney could start on another team.
Kappa is not going to start, bro. He is the starter unless he gets hurt. I'm telling you that. He's going to start. Yeah. He may not be here next year.
It's a battle,
which is why they're grooming Stinney. There's no battle there, bro. It is 100% Kappa's job.
You have a potential starter behind him, whether it's now, next year. I know what you mean. I agree with you. It is good, but there is apparently a battle going on where he could take that job.
No.
I think
next year, man. Next year when we don't re-sign him.
Next year, he's absolutely the starter. I get you.
Yeah,
I'm there, but
I want to talk about something. I touched on it a little bit there, Brent, but I haven't heard your opinion. Somebody within the walls of Buccaneer that texted me, I asked, so how's number 9 looking? And the response was, I've never seen anything like him. He's like a mixture of JPP and Shaq. He can get you with power. He can do, stand up against the run. He can get you with speed. Like, for being a rookie, it reminds me of what we were hearing out of camp with Wirfs. Yeah. What are your thoughts so far, what you've seen with Tryon? Because I cannot believe 31 of the teams were dumb enough, and I'm going to pound my chest like Brent said. We brought all 26, and then they allowed us to add this guy? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, everything that we've seen from Tryon. And let me throw, for the last bunch of years, I've been at training camp. I've been at training camp several days, sometimes with the credentials and stuff and all that kind of stuff. This year I haven't. So I haven't seen anything in practice. I haven't been to any training camps this year. All I've seen out of Tryon is what we've seen in the last 2 games. And both of those games have been, I like that one. That one's really good. And I mean, we all knew that was a bullshit flag that got thrown on, but the man sacked a quarterback and then did a tumble afterwards and stood up off it. Like, oh my word. This was a guy that we drafted as depth. We drafted him for special teams. Remember, Jake always said that, right? Like, you're only drafting for special teams at this point. That's what we drafted him for. Oh my God. Because, you do have to think towards the future, right? Like, JPP, is this his last year? Is he going to finally retire? Does he got one more year and a couple more years? I don't know. But I mean, my God, like that's so exciting. And please, for the love of all that's good and holy, keep this man healthy and keep him hitting hard. And, I haven't seen people this excited about a rookie that we've drafted with all this potential since OJ Howard. We all love Tristan Wirfs, but there was something more rock solid about Tristan Wirfs. Everybody's all like hyped about Joe Tryon. And listen, let's face it, OJ Howard hasn't been stellar. His potential has been through the roof. We've seen it all. It's like, oh my God, he's had these big, brilliant flashes, but long-term contribution to the team, we just haven't seen it. And I just really want to, I mean, my God, if Tryon could stay healthy and be in what we've seen so far, think about that front line. You got Shaq, you got Vita, you got Tryon, and you get some sort of old veteran in there, be it Sue or Golston or somebody else, or so JPP if he's still around, or whoever the hell we're going to draft in the first round next year.
Bro,
or whatever. I mean, it's crazy good on a line that for
nothing says Khalil Davis doesn't step in there and fucking produce too.
Khalil Davis has been playing well.
He's playing his ass off.
Yeah, and Brent, we saw an alignment where Shaq and Tryon were lined up on the same side with
nice.
Vita and JPP. It's just good luck. Good luck.
They've said that there are packages where they have Shaq, JPP, and Tryon together, and I'm really glad that they're actually mixing him in and not just making him sit back and learn. Like actually let him get in there. He's not going to take over that number 1 spot. I don't know. Maybe he will. Shit, maybe he will. I don't know, but I doubt it. But have him in there in the mix. Like, oh God, this could be something.
Last week, I think it was Carmen.
You're going to get
tweeted about it was him, Shaq, and JPP in a triangle on one side.
Yeah.
Who's blocking that?
Oh my God.
And they're all standing up. How
they're all standing up.
You don't know who's dropping back. They all have hands, and Tryon apparently has the best hands of all 3 of them. I mean,
he's got all 10 fingers.
He's got Hey, Dealer got 2 picks. He guy has more picks than what's his name for the Saints? That corner everyone fucking loves so damn much.
Lattimore.
He has more picks. He has more picks last year than Lattimore with fucking 1 finger less, 2 fingers less.
7 fingers.
Come on, man.
And 1 vertebrae missing. And
so me and Sam have been pounding this drum for a month now. I'm going to say it again publicly. I'm saying that people have been saying the over under 6. I'm going with the over
8 to 10.
I'm saying 8, maybe more sacks this year. This team's going to be playing with a lead a lot.
For Tryon, you mean?
For Tryon. This team's going to be playing with a lead a lot. They're going to unleash the NASCAR package a lot. And I think Bowles found himself a new toy, man.
You can only block so many guys, and they have this guy in Tryon that they can plug in any one of those spots and basically figure out, okay, they're going to have to focus on Vita and JPP or Vita and Shaq next to each other here. Cool. We'll just bring Tryon in right behind him. No one's going to block him. He's going to do what Anthony Nelson can never do, which is actually bring the quarterback down after getting there, because he's gotten there. He just can't get him down. Joe's not going to miss those tackles.
I've been as impressed with Joe playing the run as he has against the pass, man. He's had a lot of nice run fits, and don't put a tight end on him, man. He's already abused 2 tight ends. You know what I mean? It's not fair to the tight ends. I feel sorry for these guys. Joe's so far kind of living up to the hype, Regular season's a different animal, though. You're going to be playing against the best tackles out there. It's going to be hard. You know, JPP doesn't come off the field. We know that. Can't get him off the field.
Well,
Shaq doesn't come off the field.
Huh? You don't have to get him off the field.
I realize that. But for the most part, you're going to be in nickel, quite a bit. And so it's going to be harder to get him on the field than you think. So that's why I think
having a guy like Joe allows you to keep JPP fresher.
It does, but good luck getting him off the field. Good luck.
Also, we mentioned that triangle that you said that Carmen mentioned, Sammer. And I talked about it, and you talked about it, Brent, about how they can get creative. You still have Devin White blitzing the middle. Like, how? I know that we're Bucs fans, and we're literally like the beaten dog under the porch that doesn't want to come back out. But I can't help but, like, how, Brent? How the fuck do you... Like as an offensive coordinator.
But it's not just White. It's not just Devin White. You got Levante David back there backing as well, who's high. I mean, listen, this man played in this town for 9 years with nothing. Didn't even sniff the playoffs. Was out by November almost every year.
October.
Goes his first time. Oh my God, yeah, you're right. Preseason. But
I was looking at draft
when they
already.
hired the coach every year. But he goes in. This man's back ready to play. That motherfucker wasn't going anywhere, you know? Oh, and let's also not forget the other guys that are out there. You know, the Carlton Davis, all these guys are supposed to be in coverage, but those guys can come in too. Jordan Whitehead.
Antoine Jordan.
Antoine Winfield. Oh my
SMB. God. Those three guys came on blitzes throughout the playoffs.
Hot take. And I'm not just saying this because these are boys been on here, but legit, the way he finished on that trajectory, I mean, one of the best runs in postseason. SMB might be the best corner we have this year. I said it. Like, the kid, when he's healthy and confident, holy shit.
He had a hell of a run in the playoffs. I hope
that's the conversation we have to have. Who's better? Is it SMB? Is it Carlton Davis? Is it Antoine Winfield? Like, who's our best guy back? Like, I hope that's the conversation we're having. Not who's the worst. You know.
Here's a camp battle for you, since Sammer want to break some down. We've talked about this before, and now we've seen 2 games. We heard about the excellent camp. Brent, what's your thoughts on Jamel Dean out there? And I get that they want to get him more reps, but he's been out there with the 2s, 3s, sometimes the 4s.
That was only one game, though.
Cockrell's making a lot of plays in practice. And granted, it's practice, but you think he might unseat him and SMB moves outside and Cockrell moves to the slot?
You know, I think he has. Anybody that followed me over at the Pewtercast knows that I've been a big Jamel Dean fan. Whenever Jamel Dean was on the field, the man made plays. Last year was a bit of a turn down for him.
No plays.
You know, it was a bit of a turn down. And from the reports that we're hearing, again, I've not been in practice. From the reports we're hearing, from what we've seen these last couple of games, it feels like maybe we've hit Jamel Dean's ceiling. And I hate to say that. I hope he breaks through because I was always a big fan of his. But if it's Cockrell, then damn it, it's Cockrell. You know, put the best guy out there. If you got to cut Dean or if you got to relegate him back to deeper in the depth chart, then do it. You know, if Cockrell can make it happen, that's great. I just want the best guys out there. That's at the end of the day, I just want the best guys out there. I'm not loyal to too many names on the back of the jersey.
Christian, are you saying that you would want Cockrell as the outside or the slot, and you'd have SMB slide outside?
No, I said SMB slide outside. SMB can play outside. The reason he plays inside isn't because he's not good on the outside. It's because and we've had Vita Vea's come on here and said he's the most athletic. He can play. You're the most vulnerable there. I mean, you got the whole middle of the field. You don't have a boundary to protect you. That's the reason they play SMB there, is because he can't do it. He can get physical with you, and he's athletic enough to run with you. So I think what I said was SMB to the outside because he's capable, and Cockrell to the slot because that's where he's been making his plays. That's what he does.
Yeah, don't sleep on Antonio Hamilton either, who's looked good in both games.
Balling.
Anthony Hamilton?
I think it's Antonio.
Antonio Hamilton.
Okay, my bad.
And listen, Anthony Hamilton is the R&B dude.
And we love Dean. I love Dean. I met him in person. I told him, listen, the play of the fucking year was that Green Bay. It swung the entire season, that pick 6. But there was also plays against the Giants, man, where if they have a half competent quarterback, he was biting on every damn double move that was out there. You're talking wide open receivers. If it's anybody else besides Daniel Jones, we don't win that game.
Well, here I've said this before. I think Jamel Dean reminds me a lot of Carlton Davis in that year before he finally figured it out and finally got his, started catching passes when they came to him and turning his head around. I see Jamel in that form, but again, I think part of it that keeps him on the field is he's so long and he's so physical in terms of because the way he's built, he can be physical.
He's a freak.
And it plays with the coach. They really want that to work, and I love Jamel Dean. I think he ends up being the outside starting corner, but the fact that they have a guy like Cockrell and they have SMB and they have Jamel Dean, I think they're going to play some musical chairs depending on who they face, depending on the offense that they face, the matchup. Some guys, Jamel Dean, he's just not going to be able to stick with them because of the double moves, things like that. And slide SMB out there, put Cockrell in. That's a good problem to have. We have 3 starting safeties on this team. Mike Edwards gets put in different positions because he's a ball hawk. He gets on the field.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Plus just mentioned that. Winfield playing the nickel. Listen, there's so much depth on this team, Brent. It's insane. We, like Sammer just said, we have 3 starting safeties that they're going to bring in, and they're going to play, not because of injury, just because of scheme or however they want to, depending on the opponent. I mean, you get Mike Edwards, Whitehead, and Winfield. That's they can all start anywhere else.
Some of them can play corner. Some of them can slide back down to like the ability for Todd to mix and match different packages and blitzes and coverages and scheme things and cover or hide things. That's how can you even prepare for a team like that?
Here's the thing. Looking at the roster the way it is, looking at a 53-man projection, they're going to keep 5, maybe 6 cornerbacks on this team for that roster, right? Well, the top 4 guys, without question, are going to be SMB, Davis, Cockrell, and Dean. The rest of your guys, that's still 2 more guys for other depth. So we're going to see Cockrell and Dean both on this roster. They're both going to make it through camp. Cool. If they have a battle for who's going to play outside the rest of the year, awesome. I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's just get better. Let's not have somebody go out because they suck. Let's not be married to a player. Just put the guy in who's the best. And if it winds up being they bring in a safety over to play that spot, then fine. Whatever they do, just win. Just freaking win. Plus I like hearing me say that. Just freaking win.
To me, we're gonna make some tough choices at the cornerback position because Arians has talked up Delaney too. Herb Miller was on this team. He got a Super Bowl ring. The guy could also potentially find the last spot or 2. The biggest question for me is backup linebacker. I have absolutely no clue after Minter which of those backup linebackers makes this team.
I mean, just from the preseason games I've seen, I've liked KJ Britt. He had that pick 6, which granted was 5 yards out. And
no, that wasn't Britt.
No, that was Joe Jones.
That was Joe Jones.
Are you? Oh, was it really? I thought it was KJ. Okay, whatever. I've still liked KJ Britt. I just remember seeing his name flash up quite a bit. But Joe Jones, great. Let's go with that. But wait. So what? You get 4 there, right? So you White, David, let's say Mentor.
Well, they've been talking
Mentor's in there for sure.
Mr. Irrelevant too.
With Stewart. With the hair.
Yeah, Grant Stewart.
Great story.
I don't see
that kid's not making the team, man. He's too slow.
He could because he might be the best special teams player out of all 3 of them.
He had a sack last week. What are you talking about?
He still looks slow, man. I get it. Some of that stuff's effort. But he's got to really be amazing on special teams because that spot, Joe Jones is in the lead right there behind Minter. There's 4 guys right there. How many you want to keep? 6?
Yeah.
Listen, let's talk about something that's actually interesting besides the 5th and 6th linebacker. There's a lot of hype behind a certain player, and I have
Robert Hainsey.
Well, yeah, I like him a lot, but there's a lot of hype behind a certain player, and I'm guilty of providing said hype as well. Number 1.
Yes.
There's even been talk that for a little bit there, the Pewter Report guys talked about it. Not that Tyler Johnson wouldn't make this team, but how do you get him active on game day? There's not enough hats when you don't play special teams. The way that Tyler Johnson's been playing, he's making this team, and he's going to get a lid. And then the way in the hype behind number 1, great in the kickoff returns, but you got to hold on to the fucking ball. I need some Brent.
Yeah.
You know what I miss? I miss Brent on Pewtercast talking like a coach. You got to hold on to the ball, son. I need a coach talk right now because the motherfucker's fumbling. He's dropping the ball. He's quick as fuck. You can literally see it jump off the field in the screen. It's different when he's back there. But it doesn't matter if you fumble the ball. It doesn't matter if you can't catch it. And he had 2 or 3 more drops last game, and he had a fumble that he recovered, but it's still fumble. A dude like Bruce is looking at that and it's like, I love you, kid, but you can't. I mean, Scotty's been catching punts in practice this week because if you can't trust you, I can't trust you.
Look, I mean, go ahead, Stank.
I was saying Mickens wasn't flashy, but he was reliable.
Yep.
He was really great for taking a knee.
They've been putting Scotty back there this week, bro.
All I'll say is our special teams has looked dreadful. Totally. Absolutely, in coverage.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Let's address number one first, though. Let Brent hit that one.
Well, okay. Look, I mean, number one. Look, what are we really looking at on wide receiver? We got Godwin, we got Evans, we got AB, we got Scotty.
Tyler Johnson.
Right?
Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, we got Tyler Johnson. Guys, listen, Tyler Johnson's going to make it just because of his draft status. All right. He's in his second year, 3rd round draft pick, 4th round draft pick. He's going to make it, and he's been looking good. Mm-hmm. That's going to leave you one, maybe two. So you're really looking it. We had Cyril Doink Grayson. I don't think he's the guy. So it's really between Darden and Mickens. Look, we know what Mickens is. We know what Mickens gives us. Darden, I think, has more upside. I think Darden has more upside. So I think you've got to go with the guy that's got more upside than over a guy like Mickens. I don't think Mickens has separated himself enough from the pack. Again, these guys play a lot on potential. They give a lot of weight to the potential of what a guy could see. And that's where I see Jalen Darden really taking off in front of a guy like Mickens, because you're right. At this point, we are talking not about their wide receiver hands. We're talking about their special teams hands. But I mean, I don't know. It was either Stank or Papi who was just saying special teams on this team have been dreadful under Bruce Arians. But like Bruce Arians' first year, Bruce Arians' second year, and they didn't change a fucking thing going into this year. I understand Bruce is loyal to his guy Keith Armstrong, but look, at some point I've got to look at him, and they're not going to make that change this year. It's just going to be what it is. But I'm starting to I for a long time have gone, this seems on the coach, special teams coordinator, to get this shit right. Look, Suckup's fine, but God, my God, what it'd take for us to get him, and who knows what happens with him. But it's special teams has to come along, and I really need to see that this year. Because special teams is hard to watch on this team.
I've got to disagree with you on the Mickens assessment, man, because I'm not a fan of him. I'm not thinking, oh, this guy's going to take – I don't think he'll ever take a kickback for a touchdown in his entire fucking career, even by accident, right? But he makes special teams tackles. He's out there. He does put forth the effort on special teams. I don't see Darden making tackles on special teams right now, which is – I'm not asking him to do that, so I understand that. But if, say, they go with Darden and he doesn't get it right, he still fumbles the ball, who are you going to put back out there at that point? You're going to put Vaughn? He's looked like shit. You're going to put Scotty Miller out there, who you really want for that little, that break, that game-breaking speed, that play that they run. I wouldn't put him back there. Maybe every now and then. You got AB. I don't know if AB will take punts back. So having Mickens on the team is a good insurance position to keep, and he makes plays. So, and Bruce said, I think today or yesterday, that punt / kick return position, that job is Jaden's to win. He didn't say it's Jaden's to lose.
Yeah, the good thing is I don't see, even if we do cut Jaden, I don't see any other team picking him up. I think he ends up on the practice squad. Darden, on the other hand, Darden's got more reps on offense in the passing game than Mickens has. I mean, he's been in there with the ones, even though we really technically haven't had our ones in there. But he's been out on the field a lot, so they clearly see some gameplay potential with Darden versus Mickens, who's not going to see the field unless we have a lot of injuries.
I think they keep both. That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying they keep 7 wide receivers?
They could.
Correct. Yeah, I really.
And you're right.
That means Tanner Hudson might be a casualty. Which,
we have like 75
they're going to keep
tight
4
ends.
Wide receivers. I think they're still going to keep 4 wide receivers.
4 tight ends.
Or 4 tight ends. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Sorry. But to go back to Darden, here's the other thing that Darden has that Mickens doesn't. Draft status. He's a 4th round draft pick.
Right.
Now, they could keep both. They could cut Mickens and keep Darden. I don't see them cutting Darden. They're just not as a 4th round draft pick.
I'm not implying that would ever happen. I'm saying that they keep him because he's clearly got something. They have packages for him on offense. It's clear. My thing is, at some point, he may not be ready to be that punt return guy just because of his hands or whatever it is. But you know what you get with Mickens. Reliability. He's going to make tackles on special teams. So I feel like they keep both. And I'm not a Mickens fan, and I'm saying that. I can't stand seeing him take a fucking punt or kick because it's never done anything for us. But maybe once in the playoffs against Washington, I think. But other than that, remember
the guy we wasted a roster spot on to do that? TJ Logan.
Oh, my God.
What about Tim Brown? Tim Brown caught the prettiest fair catch.
What about
ever.
Dexter Jackson? Remember that Appalachian State, baby.
Don't bring him up ever again.
I've never seen a guy
more
scared.
MVP, Dexter Jackson?
No, so afraid to freaking take a hit.
He was so scared to take a hit.
I was not implying that we're not keeping Darden. I know you guys weren't saying that saying that, but for the people watching, I wasn't implying we don't keep Darden. There's a reason that Darden's on this team. There's a reason they took him in the 4th round. There's a reason that Bruce coaches him fucking hard. There's a reason he's getting a lot of reps. There's a reason that me and Stank saw Brady. I mean, Brady's been coaching the kid up every day. And Brent, you haven't been to camp? The first day me and Stank went to camp, they were running against air, Brent, not even defenders. And Darden dropped a corner route. And it was on the first field that's closest to the fans, right? You've been there.
Right.
So it was on the right corner of the end zone, right? He dropped it, and Brady didn't walk. He didn't jog. He sprinted to Darden. Grabbed him by the face mask. Right there next to the fans. I'm talking right down the sideline. You're 8 feet from the fans, bro. That dude does not care. And proceeded to literally destroy him. You don't drop that fucking ball. If I throw you the goddamn ball, it's because I fucking got to count on you. You cannot fucking drop that. Just went off. Get the fuck off the field and put him in timeout. And then called him back on the field 15 minutes later and coached him up, talked to him, like the whole coach him hard, hug him later. Brady's not putting effort into a guy that's not going to
I was just about to say, who he's not doing that to? Jaden Mickens.
Right.
Jaden Mickens doesn't go on offense unless everybody is. I think that game against Chicago, we still didn't see Jaden Mickens out there.
Yeah.
We did, obviously.
Here's
I
a
think
scenario.
we did actually see him.
Here's a scenario that I think you're going to see if they wind up keeping both of these guys. With something like that. If they're not super comfortable with Jaden, or not Jaden, Jalen. Too close to name. Darden. I'm talking about Darden.
My son Jaden. Bro, he's sleeping.
Fine. Put Mickens out there. Let him be your special teams guy. Darden's going to be inactive, and they're going to redshirt him effectively this year. Just inactivate him for most of the games, right? Because if that's what he needs, is he needs the reps. He needs the practice. His 4th round pick. We drafted everybody on special teams this year. That's who we were drafting for, and let him almost win that spot back. You mentioned earlier, Sammer, that he said that it's Jaden's job to win.
He was saying it's Darden's job to win, but he didn't say it's anyone's job to lose. He said it's Darden's job to win.
Darden or Mickens? You said Mickens earlier.
I meant Darden. I'm sorry.
You meant Darden?
Okay.
Yeah.
So they want it to be Darden. That's
Correct.
the thing. That's what that says. They want it to be Darden.
He hasn't won it yet.
He just hasn't taken it. Now, I will say that return that he had to start the Tennessee game, I loved that return.
Then he fumbles two returns later.
But that one was good.
Yes, it was.
It was sick. You know which play I can't stop thinking about? It was the Bengals game, right, Sammer?
That shake that he put on that kid. Oh,
ball screen that threw to him, Brent, and he put a shake up. The defender didn't touch him. We joke, right? Wide receiver 1. I love Scotty Miller. The straight line, Scotty Miller.
Joke. What do you mean? We joke what?
Okay, it's not a joke. He's wide receiver 1, but in the straight line, Scotty is insane, right? The Raiders game, that bucket throw, beautiful throw. The Green Bay game in the NFC Championship, insane. If you don't put your hands on him, he's going to run past you, but he can't do that. What Darden did in space is stupid.
Listen, he goes by the mantra: slow feet don't eat. Okay, it's beautiful. The kid in short air in the box is like me and you in the 3-cone, bro.
The neon cleats.
Right, and the neon cleats. Imagine them. Exactly.
By the way, guys, I have
seen
Stank by about 100 pounds. No, about 80. And I beat him in the 3-cone by like a second and a half. And he tries to talk like he's fucking athletic.
Of course, dude.
I literally beat him in the 3-cone.
He is clearly the Luke Longley of this show. It's not even close.
Sammer talks all this shit, and he's built like a fucking cork, okay? I want to see you on the field, dude.
Wow. Wow.
That's so
wow. Good. I am way more athletic than you. I guarantee it. You'll watch when I show up there with my
Holy
servant to
shit.
take my reps for me. You'll see. What I was gonna say
You
is,
said like a cork.
listen. I rarely
Hey, is your
give.
servant the little short guy that was hanging around with you this past weekend?
No, that's my chef.
Okay.
Listen, I rarely give Florida Gator wide receivers any love, but he reminds me a lot of Jaquez Green when we had Quezzy here. He kind of has the same type of wiggle, same stature, maybe a little bit taller, maybe a little bit more beefy than he was, but we haven't really had a punt returner that could do anything since we had Jaquez, and he was. They finally figured out a way to utilize him. They were sitting there trying to run him as a big receiver for some stupid fucking reason, and Tony Dungy's dumb offense. But it reminds me a lot of him, man. Honestly, especially back there on punt returns. But Quezzy had a problem holding on to the ball at times too, especially early in his career. He didn't really win that job. Yeah,
being a small receiver, but he could take the top off, and he could make some tough catches, man. The Gator Buccaneer receiver era.
Do we have any?
Riddell Anthony came on before him.
Yeah,
dude, Riddell.
We
do actually. Riddell Anthony, his first year was like, I was like, oh shit, we got him. We found the fucking wide receiver, and then he just dropped every pass the next year. And then the year after that, he kind of came back, and then Quezzy's like, yo, let me get this job. He started returning punts. Next thing you know, by the end of the year, he was the starter. I'll never forget what Quezzy did against the Rams though when he caught that pass and just took the most vicious, like it's an illegal hit now. He just got creamed on the sideline. Do you remember that shit?
He got murdered.
And I think they gave him a flag too.
Who's the Gators receiver we had when Freeman was here? He's like Mr. Third Down. So reliable.
Ike Hilliard?
Ike Hilliard, bro.
Old
that
ass
guy would
Ike
catch
Hilliard.
every fucking third down.
He was there.
What it was,
he
bro.
was at Florida before these two guys we're talking about, dude.
Fucking awesome.
They all three played at Florida together. Ike, Riddell, and Jaquez.
No, I think Quezzy was a red shirt freshman. He didn't play with him.
I'm saying they all played. I think Ike was obviously older than them, but they all played on the same team.
Yes. Heels rule, by the way. Yes. I feel like Darden should have been a Hurricane. They slept. I'm a Kane guy. Yeah, y'all can make fun of me. But he has that kind of swag with the neon cleats.
Oh, Heels Rule also said Stank beats Papi in the 40 by a mile.
There is no way in hell, bro.
No.
Listen,
you guys want to take a call?
Pop. I'm not Pap. I'm Papi.
Pappy. You guys want to take a phone call? We got this guy. He's been waiting, I think, since the start of the show.
It's probably Zach. Zach's so pissed off that he can't be here Saturday. It's probably Zach.
All right, let's go. Let's go 319.
What's going on Saturday?
You're on with the Loose Cannons. What's up? Oh,
hello, Loose Cannons.
What's up?
Hey, welcome or greetings from Iowa City, Iowa.
Okay.
Home of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I need your name, your wing preference, and if you're dipping in blue cheese or shit, and then your take.
Yeah, I'm ready for that latte. I think Stank's gonna like this. I'm a dry rub guy.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but I've never tried blue cheese up here in Iowa until you guys started mentioning it on your channel here. So my wife's a blue cheese fan, so she went out and got some for me, and I'm learning to like that shit.
There you go.
Damn right.
Nice.
Stuff.
I like it.
Smart man.
We actually turned you on to blue cheese.
Move away from the trailer gravy, bro. Nobody likes trailer gravy.
Believe it or not, we turn on a lot of
trailer
people.
gravy allowed. Well, you influenced me. And, I've been following you guys since the end of April of last year. And became a big fan of you guys.
Appreciate it.
At the end of April, I was flipping around channels, became a Bucs fan. April 23rd, when my beloved nephew Tristan Wirfs got drafted by the Buccaneers.
Whoa,
hell yeah!
Wow, that is cool.
That is freaking awesome.
Go.
Very cool.
There you go.
Listen, do you take credit for teaching Tristan how to jump out of pools and box jumps and all that kind of stuff? Does he get that from you?
I was pretty athletic in high school, but no, I can't take credit for that. I didn't meet Tristan until, I started dating. So my wife and Tristan's mom are sisters.
Okay.
So that's how I'm his uncle. Mm-hmm. And I got to meet Tristan back in 2007 when I started dating my wife, and he was about 8 years old then.
6 foot
probably,
5.
He was my size. He was my size.
You know what? It wasn't too much longer later. It was like about 4 years later when he was 12 that he was already taller than me.
That's awesome.
Giant.
Yeah, hey, listen, I hope you're enjoying being a Buccaneers fan because we are never letting Tristan Wirfs go.
Ever.
He will never get out of that door. as long as he's in the NFL.
He will be in our Ring of Honor.
He's the best right tackle in the league.
Yeah,
right?
you may as well move the whole family to Tampa.
Yeah, just come on
here. Tampa Bay, beautiful. We throw boat parades. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, try to stay away from 275 and I-4 and you'll be good.
I've always said, never live in a state where there's a city named after the state. So this gets you out of that. It abides by my rule. I mean, you're living in Iowa City, Iowa, which I've never even heard of, by the way. Come down to Florida City.
Because it's in Illinois.
It's in Illinois. What?
It's like Kansas City, Missouri.
Stupid. Yeah. Stupid. I wouldn't live there just because of that technicality.
But listen, I am very I speak for all Bucs Nation. We are very happy and lucky to have Tristan. He is absolutely incredible. Should have been all pro, freaking Pro Bowl, the whole everything. I mean, the dude, and you know what I love about him most? He punched Cameron Jordan right in the fucking mouth.
Oh my
dude.
God!
Wait, you mean Cameron Jordan, who's like, when I come to work,
I bring these hands.
I bring these hands.
I bring these ringless ass hands every day.
No rings.
Bitch.
And I got
Where were those hands against Tristan Wirfs? Like 3 times.
And I got slapped by a rookie on week 1 with no training camp and no preseason. Shut up, Cam.
Danny Danello. New York City, New York, Sammer. You're right. Fuck that place.
Never heard of it.
I only go to Brooklyn when I'm up there. That's it.
What are you looking for? Did exactly what the loose cannon said he should do. Fuck the Saints. That's what he did. He fucked the Saints.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell your nephew that anytime he goes up against the Saints, that we want him to say that to Cam Jordan. Be like, hey, fuck the Saints.
Hey, I want just one play. I want him to go up to Cam Jordan and be like, hey, this is for Brent Allen. Just do it, please, for me. Cam Jordan is my most hated player in the NFL. I hate Cam Jordan with a passion more than any other player in the entire league.
I can't remember
loved watching that happen.
I can't remember a single player who talks more shit than this guy as if he's a Hall of Famer, and he's absolutely not. It's just like it's like me walking into a barbershop talking shit to barbers. I don't cut hair. Latte could do it. I can't. Doesn't make sense.
I was waiting for where the analogy was going, Sammer. It wasn't one of your best ones.
Wasn't a good one?
It was not one of your
It wasn't one of your best ones.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. So what do you guys look at?
I remember I came down to Tampa for the bowl game. I think it was 2 years before Tristan was drafted. They were playing Mississippi State at Raymond James. Mm-hmm. So that's actually been in the stadium before. And there was one guy I think it was either Montez Sweat or who's the other guy that got picked in the first round, was giving Tristan a bunch of shit. I could see he's talking crap to him during a timeout. And this was at the time, I think the Hawks were, I was winning like 22-7 or something at the point. And I'm like, what are you talking shit to this guy for? He ain't going to, you're not going to get under his skin. He doesn't know him very well. Tristan's kind of, been kind of labeled as a quiet guy, nice guy in the field. But, I've been watching him play a lot of games, different sports growing up, ever since he was 8 years old. He's got this deep intensity inside him when he's on the field, when he's doing his stuff that people don't always see, because he just comes off as this nice guy in an interview, and so he's a pretty intense, competitive guy.
There's a lot of Iowa fans down here, man. I mean, it seems like Iowa's always playing in the what do they call it now? The Hall of Fame
Outback Bowl.
Outback Bowl.
The Chick-fil-A one now.
The Chick-fil-A, Home Depot, Walgreens, Outback Bowl.
Uncle came out here and said that he has a deep-seated, just mean streak inside of him. Confirmed he's a Hall of Famer. He's just like Reggie White, just like Leroy Salmon. Confirmed. Done. Nail it. Give him his fucking yellow jacket. It's done.
Yeah. Anytime you use the phrase deep-seated, it's a win. It's
Brady, deep-seated, chip on his shoulder, because he was a fucking sixth-round draft pick.
Tyler Johnson, deep-seated wide receiver in the slot.
Scotty Miller, deep-seated, not respected wide receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Keep going.
Well, speaking of wide receiver ones, I know Stank likes to talk about this. We have 2 wide receiver ones. The other podcast I follow, guys, with the Loose Cannons, the other one I follow was right there with my boy Brent and Ren. I love following the Pewtercast too. So both the Loose Cannons and Pewtercast were my wide receiver ones, as far as I'm concerned, since last April.
Well,
there's only one wide
appreciate
receiver.
everything you did too, Brent. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey, I don't know your name, but I'm gonna call you Unk from now on.
Oh yeah, I didn't ask
Uncle
to give you my
Wirfs.
name.
No, you don't have to, man. You're just Unk. That's all you are. What's up, Unk?
I'm Unk. Yeah, I'm
Unk.
Uncle Tim.
You're welcome to call in
I
anytime.
just call you Uncle Rico.
Yeah,
That works.
You know, I was watching I remember watching the draft. I got to know a bunch of these YouTube channels from figuring out after Tristan got drafted by the Bucs. I was trying to search for a bunch of YouTube channels, Buccaneer channels, and came across you guys. And I got to the point where they took Tristan at the 13th round. And I tell you what, Latte had me rolling on the floor laughing. After he saw Tristan jump out of the pool, Latte's like, "This motherfucker can jump out of a pool. Look at him jumping out of the fucking pool. That lower body explosion. I'm sold, man. I like it."
Do you guys ever do you get like around at the family barbecue and like you got a cousin with a new girlfriend, like, "Hey, watch what Tristan can do. Watch what Tristan,
Yeah, right.
Tristan, do the thing, Tristan, do the out of the pool thingy."
It's got to be like Antoine Winfield with the deuces. Like, show me the deuces. Like, I don't want.
Yeah, but dude,
all right, Uncle Rico, I'll go jump in the pool.
like
and
before
jump out of
before training camp, he did this fucking thing where he's sitting down and he jumps onto a fucking platform
with a
I'm
weight.
like,
With a
I
weight,
can't-
bro.
A weighted seated box jump.
I can't jump to that running. Like, give me a head start. I don't know. I don't even know many athletes who could do it. He's fucking jumping sitting down. I mean, what the fuck, dude?
Hey,
We didn't talk about the fucking tree, like the fucking massive tree you just walking around with.
It's not even a surprise.
How is Tristan not sponsored by Pinch a Penny? You need to if you don't know who that is, by the way, it's a pool company here in Florida. And
Why would
probably
you
other
ask
states.
someone in Iowa City, Iowa, about Pinch a Penny?
They might have pools in Pinch in Iowa.
No, they don't have pools in Iowa, right?
Cornfields.
Yeah, that's it.
They got wrestlers, cornfields,
Uncle
football.
hung up. Uncle hung up right after I started
Uncle hung
talking
up?
shit about Iowa.
No, he's still there.
He's
He's
still
still
there.
there.
He's still here.
I'm here. I'm still here. Yeah.
Unc, you are
Yeah, I
welcome
think
on the
Tristan-
show whenever the hell you want.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Seriously.
Yes,
And when you
sir.
come down here, you get to taste my dry rub wings, man.
And
Just
looking
make
forward
sure-
to that.
make sure
Thank
you
you.
bring some
Me and my
water.
wife me and my wife are trying to figure out if we can go on one of your crew travel weekends and meet you
Hell
guys in
yeah.
person. But
Join
Well,
us.
hey, you've only got a couple weeks left. Actually, I think a week and a half left to get booked on those.
oh, okay.
So
I better decide quickly.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter if you need help with that too. We'll figure it out with you if you need assistance figuring out which one you want to go to or if the website's acting weird, which it shouldn't, but just in case. But listen, you are welcome to call in anytime. I have a couple other callers I want to get to, so totally appreciate you ringing in,
Thanks,
man. That
Unc.
was awesome. That was an awesome call.
I appreciate this first. You guys are awesome, and thanks a lot for your what you did last year too, Brent. Really love following you too on the
man, thanks.
Pewtercast. So
No, thank you guys. Wouldn't have done it if you guys weren't out there. So
yeah, appreciate you, loose cannons. Keep on doing good stuff.
Give us a
Take
fucking
care.
raise before you hang
Thank you.
up.
All right, Unc.
Oh, he didn't do
That was
it.
pretty
He
cool.
didn't hear
Pretty
you.
cool.
That was cool. We have 2 more callers. I guess we'll just knock them out, right? Or should you know what? Before we do that, actually.
Hey, Sammer, you mentioned something about Saturday. What's going on Saturday?
Yeah, man. Listen, we haven't talked about this. We've got a badass. We decided to take the travel crew party that we're going to be throwing in LA, in New Orleans, and in Atlanta, which you can find on loosecannonstravel.com. We've decided to bring that to fucking Tampa Bay. So we're throwing a party this Saturday at Tap House 61 in St. Pete. Coppertail Brewery is going to be there. They're going to have a bunch of fucking swag. They're going to have some cool beer specials that night. We've got the job site burgers right next door. And they're going to be bringing burgers from next door into the bar, serving you. You can order right from your phone, from your table. It's freaking awesome. And they are custom burger. And they have game day burgers that they have not released yet that are special just for this season that will be available on Saturday night.
Sammer, did you say feeding you? Like, are they actually going to feed you? Like the great Sammer Ali just sits down with a bib and they just feed you their meat, right?
We know they're going to feed Sammer. Are they going to feed
you guys are going to get the Sammer
clubs?
experience, the full on. They're going to bring the food to your table. They're going to
are they
feed
chewing
you.
it first for you as well, Sam?
No, that's
Like a
unnecessary.
bird?
No,
Like a
no.
bird?
Different-
You got to
that's
be
a
able
different
to.
pa-
But
that's
they're
a
going
different
to
package.
They're gonna yeah, I'm not giving you guys the A1 package. Come on now. You're getting like a BC package. But either way, it's amazing food. And we've got a new sponsor for this upcoming season for the Bay Clothing. Oh my god, you guys have to
You
check
have one
out
of the
their
hats?
stuff. Yeah, Stank's
of the
got
hats,
one
right?
on.
Stank?
Yeah. Dude, they make amazing shit. It's
No,
all
this isn't for the Bay.
It's all
It's not
okay.
for
It's
the
not. It's all they copied off the Bay though. For the Bay, it's all
They did.
Tampa Bay sports related stuff. They're going to be in the house with new shirts and gear that has not been released yet. So that means there's going to be some cool new Buccaneer stuff. We've also got for those of you who've already purchased the packages, we've got some special exclusive t-shirts just for you and everybody else. We also have some shirts for everybody that's going to come out there. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. There's going to be a lot of cool shit. Oh, and there's one other cool little thing. I don't know how important it is, but we will have a signed Sean Murphy Bunting jersey that we will either auction off or raffle off.
Is that a game worn? Is that a game worn?
It might be a game worn. It might be pewter too. I don't know. But that is we're gonna have a lot of fun.
That's a rare one.
Oh, and check this out. It gets better, actually. I completely
if it is
forgot.
game worn, Zach's getting on the airplane and flying down.
Zach is gonna cry, but it gets a little bit better. If you go to the registration link on my Twitter, it's all over there. It's on our Loose Cannons page. It's everywhere. If you go on there and register for your e-ticket, which is a little QR code that gets you in the door, I'm buying your first 2 beers. I mean,
where else are you going to go and watch the game?
Oh, did you tell them, though, how the festivities are kicking off, Sammer?
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's a good chance that we're going to start the night with, I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy. He's a freaking star, though. Dude, Jaden. He's going to be singing the national anthem at Tap House 61.
What?
Yep, cool. To kick off the game. It's going to be dope as fuck. We're showing you guys what we're going to be doing on the road for those of you who haven't been able to travel. It's going to be awesome. A lot of free shit, tons of cool swag. There's going to be some badass bartender chicks there that are part of another like event promotion company.
And bartender dudes, bro.
And bartender dudes.
Badass ones.
I mean, like hot dudes. I'm talking like
hot as shit.
Sweaty, just covered in
these
everything.
Guys could be sponsored by Beck's. Hot.
They could.
Maybe they are. You know, maybe this is an audition for a Beck's sponsorship. Who knows? Either way, we want to see you guys out there. You really have nothing to lose watching the Bucs or on the road. It's just going to be fun.
2 free beers.
Yeah, free beer. I mean, just
Wait,
go on there,
so
register.
You're saying if I come, I get to see Jaden sing, I get free beers, I can win a Sean Murphy Bunting signed jersey. Somebody's going to feed me meat. I get to watch the Bucs play. I get to hang out with the Cannons.
You get free Loose Cannons gear that nobody else can get anywhere else.
Free exclusive Loose Cannons gear.
For the Bay is going to be there. I mean,
For the Bay is going to be there with their fucking amazing gear.
Can I show them the shirt, Sammer? It's only these people in this chat. Can I show them the shirt? You gotta let me show them the new shirt with some hardware on it, right? Like Stank.
All right, you can for like a split second because it's only for the people who purchase the packages. Remember that?
Oh my God, Brent. Wait,
maybe,
no, I'm showing the one. I'm showing the Antoine one.
I know what you're showing. You get 1 second to show it, and that's it.
Oh my God,
if it doesn't focus, too bad.
Brent,
If it doesn't focus, too bad.
It never focuses.
Oh, take it down.
Oh my
it has
God.
the ring on it.
Take it down.
It has the ring on
right
it.
now.
Oh my God, it's got the ring
Take
on it.
it down.
It has the ring on it.
That's great.
Sammer fucking snapped on
Listen,
Dude,
also,
I need that in my fucking size. All right, just make it bigger and then make it bigger again, and then you got me.
What an incredible shirt,
that.
Sammer.
Can I get some deuces? Can I get some deuces in the chat? Can I
What
get
an
some
incredible
deuces in the
shirt.
fucking chat?
listen. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen Coppertail Brewing. They have a partnership now with the Bucs, and they have a creamsicle special edition can that
Such a
they're
beautiful
dropping.
can. I just want the can.
The cans might be at the party. They might bring them. They might be sampling that and just have some cans that they might give away. Maybe they're available for purchase. I'm not sure. They keep saying September 9th, and they won't confirm with me if they're coming this Saturday with those cans. But I don't care if you like beer or don't. Like me, I don't care for beer, but I want those cans. I want those in my house. I need them. They're perfect man cave decor.
That's got to go right next
awesome.
to my Super Bowl wine that I have, just right there in the China hutch. Boom, done. I need one of those cans.
Yep.
Take a
Anyways,
call.
that's what's happened Saturday. So now we'll finally take a call. I'm extremely excited about Saturday, by the way. I'm fucking hyped. I'm going to go to 304. This might be Zach. Zach, are you in your tears right now? Is this Zach?
Wait, is Tom
This
Brady's
is
uncle?
Zach, not from Tampa.
Oh, sorry, Zach. Did you see the shirt, Zach? Did you see the shirt?
I did.
Oh,
did.
no.
I'm,
Are you going
I'm
to cry?
standing in a puddle of my own tears right now.
That's a loose cannons watch party exclusive, bro.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Eek.
Yeah, so I'm told.
You know, it's not too late to jump on a flight. I'm just listen.
Yeah. Did you
Stanker
hear there could be a
has-
game worn jersey there?
Yeah.
Warm.
I've known you. I know that you've done,
Crazier shit.
disgusting, crazier shit for a game worn jersey.
Yeah, well, I do have a reputation, so.
Yeah. Hey, I haven't seen anybody else that has a man cave like you, and we all know, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty, get those kind of
those
jerseys.
shirts.
do what you gotta do.
Those shirts aren't going to be available for everyone. Remember, the people who have purchased the packages who show up on Saturday. That's a little special for them.
What do you mean?
I know. That's what makes it even more of an issue for him, because he knows he's privy to the shirt, and yet he can't show up and have it.
Mm.
I'm
Why don't
gonna
you just
steal,
leave that
steal one
stupid
for you.
state of West Virginia and
You
just
should
move
leave.
here?
Move to Tampa Bay.
What made you even live there in the beginning?
Yeah, I would love to.
Brent's like, do we ever talk football after
you know,
the first 10 minutes or what?
The job here.
There's jobs here too.
Yeah, there's tons of jobs here. Like too many jobs, actually. A plethora of jobs, Zach. Zach, do you have a Buccaneer take? What the fuck do you call in here? To cry for? Come on. I don't want to hear you cry. I get enough of that shit through Twitter.
That's hurtful.
Wow.
Zach, buddy,
Hammer.
completely not football. You said you were from West Virginia. I am related to the Hatfields of note from that particular area. So Team Hatfield, and
let's go burn some fucking couches.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know.
A little further south.
I'm pretty sure I am not related to anybody in that state. I don't think
you're not allowed. Your color is not allowed in there, Samer. I'm sorry.
Whoa, Brent.
We're not.
Whoa. White people can't make that comment on. White people can't make. Oh, they're a northern state. See that? Wow.
Yeah, we seceded from Virginia for that very reason. Learn a book, man. Come on.
Learn one.
Learn a book, Brent. Come on, Brent. You don't have a podcast to worry about anymore. You should be doing more readings.
More readings.
Or does he?
Or does he? Or is Brent going to be here every week from now on and we just haven't told anybody yet?
Oh, it could be.
Tune in next week.
No. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next caller, Zach.
Zach,
man.
go cry. I don't want to hear the sad depression.
Zach, I'm gonna steal some shirts, put them on the side. Poppy got you, bro.
No, you're not. Nope.
Man,
Zach,
this
is
via UPS.
This is a lesson. Don't geo the shirts, bro. This is a lesson for Zach. All right, Zach, learn your lesson.
Hey, shout out to Gio, by the way, who can use everybody's love and prayers right now.
Hey, jokes aside, we love you, Zach. We'll see you in Atlanta, son. We will have a lot of fun.
I'm coming down for week 2.
Oh, even better.
Week 2.
Atlanta twice? Okay.
Yeah. It just worked out that way.
Yeah.
We're going to tailgate. Yeah. You're going to have my meat. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Maybe
I can't wait. I'm bringing my wife to sample all your meat. So.
Listen, that's happened before.
It has.
It's totally normal.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You'll have a platter.
So.
Listen.
All right, fellas. I appreciate
that.
You.
That's what Florida vacations are all about. You and your wife coming down here, doing things that you wouldn't do in your state.
Yeah.
And never telling anybody about it.
Yeah, if it's not your area code or zip code,
it
never happened.
Nothing weird about it. It didn't really happen.
And I'll tell you, all of our meat is FDA approved and tested. No hormones. No disease. We're safe.
I wouldn't say.
Looking forward to it.
All right, Zach.
All right, Zach.
Later, fucker.
Bro.
Later, dude.
All right, fellas.
Wait, are you related to any Bucs player? Oh, he's gone.
No, he's not. We got another caller waiting. 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry, Brent. This is just how it works. 3, 2, 1. You're on with the loose cannons.
I've never taken a phone call on a podcast before. I have no idea.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Yeah, but you talk football on your podcast.
It's Salty Buccaneer.
What's up,
Salty? What's up, Salty?
What's up, guys? Yo, so I was going crazy when you guys were going over the depth chart. And first things first,
here we go.
Y'all didn't discuss is there's a very real possibility with Khalil Davis playing his fucking ass off that McClendon doesn't make the team.
I didn't think about that.
Interesting.
I'm okay with that. And you know why? Because McClendon is an old veteran player that's been around and he's been cut and we picked him up. He's got some good stuff. If we cut McClendon because Khalil Davis has outplayed him, cool. Nothing against McClendon.
As a 6th-round pick.
McClendon's here. If Khalil Davis is here, cool. That just means we got better.
We actually traded for
him.
And
they love Pat. They love Pat O'Connor. Apparently, they love him.
I mean, Pat is playing his fucking ass off.
He was
Joe Tryon blew up, but everybody was talking about Pat after the game, and that's the first time you can ever say that about that guy.
Look, all that matters is that we just put the best
fucking D lineman out there. I have no allegiance to McClendon. Like I love him for what he did last year and all that, but I just want the best guys out there.
We agree. That's not a move that we would be unhappy with either. Especially because,
listen, with Todd Bowles, you don't have to worry about him making the wrong decision. Bowles is going to make the right decision, regardless whether it's McClendon or Davis or you know, I don't doubt. You know, it honestly depends on how many guys they keep. They can both make it.
It's a position that you like.
We have a beautiful problem. We got too much talent and not enough spots.
True. Which is a problem we've never had or haven't had in a long ass time.
It's usually been the opposite.
Right.
Too many spots.
Which just goes to show what Light's been doing. Light's been drafting his ass off.
Agreed.
I listen. I think we're not talking about the QB battle behind Brady enough either. I mean, Trask made some Hall of Fame throws there that were dropped on him, bro. Like if they just catch the ball.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Trask.
I don't understand what the conversation is about that.
What do you mean? In what sense?
About the QB battle. I don't understand what the conversation is about that.
The only question is, are we keeping 4? Because if we're only keeping 3, then Ryan Griffin's gone.
No,
Ryan
we're
Griffin's
not keeping 4.
Ryan Griffin's gone.
A couple years ago, we only kept 2. 3 is a relatively new thing. We're not wasting another roster spot on a guy who's not going to play.
Okay, so then who's holding Brady onto the boat so he doesn't fall out of the boat?
Dude, stop. They'll sign him right before the Super Bowl. They'll deactivate Trask. It's not difficult, bro. And then he can hold him on the boat parade. Plus, they're really good friends. He'd probably just show up to support his buddy either way. So I'm not worried about it. Also, Stank could probably fill in just the same.
I could.
Yeah, I want to see Stank in pads and a helmet.
No. We're talking about having his arms wrapped around Brady's waist.
I look good in pads and a helmet, bro. I'll tell you right now, I look better than Ryan Griffin.
Yeah. We gotta get that race though. For the Cowboys tailgate. Where the fuck y'all doing tailgate?
Where are we tailgating, Sammer?
Well,
are we ready to announce that?
We were talking about doing it in Lot 6, right? But I think we need to do something bigger. So
closer to the stadium.
We're doing something that's. I don't know if it's closer, actually. It might be the same distance. If you guys are familiar with Al Lopez Park, we are teaming up with the Leatherheads tailgate crew. They are
that's cool.
Very, very cool. Okay. Super fans are in there. They're awesome people, and the money goes to charity. They have parking there.
Oh, you talking about Big Nasty's crew?
Yep. That's Al Lopez Park. You got to pay the city to park there. So if you're paying, it's not directly to the tailgate, or you could walk in there. I think it's $20 or $25. It's all you can eat, all you can drink. The money that goes beyond what it costs to actually run the tailgate ends up going to, I think, curing kids with cancer. That's the name of the foundation. It's really cool. They throw a big party. It's really fun. There's no reason for us to try to do it in a smaller, because it's just, we want to have fun. It's the first fucking game. We're defending the Super. I mean, we had to do it big, and we're gonna be out there. It's gonna be awesome. So if anyone wants to tailgate with us, game 1, that's the place to be, and probably the place to be throughout the season for us. It's the Leatherheads tailgate crew. We will send out, some cool stuff on Twitter to let everybody know about that as it gets closer, of course. But yeah, definitely hang out with us there, man.
That's the park right across from Jesuit, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. It's right across from the stadium.
Yeah.
On the
right across the street. On the north side.
Right behind lot 4.
MLK and Himes.
Exactly.
It's close enough to where you can still hear my clap if you're on the pirate ship inside.
Also, guys, Sam retweeted it out today, or whoever runs the loose.
Awesome phone call, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome phone call. Thank you, Salty.
Later, Salty.
Sam retweeted it out today, or whoever runs the Loose Cannons, page, because we have no idea.
It's not me, sir.
No idea who it is.
It is not me.
Like Sammer has time to do that.
Yeah, Sammer, it's an assistant. But it was tweeted out today as a reminder. We are about to wrap it up, but the Loose Cannons Fantasy Football League, we're almost at $500 reached for the Arians Family Foundation, which is awesome. You can get in donating whatever you want. $10, $15, $20. Some people are donating way more, which is awesome. Some people are, donate what you can. But if you donate and you post a picture in the post that was posted with the hashtag LC Fantasy, we're going to pick a random comment picker and pick out 6 people that are going to play with myself, Sammer, Stanker, Devin Garnett, and Jake Arians.
Mm-hmm.
You play with us. Winner's going to win some cool Loose Cannon swag. And then the leagues that are underneath that, if you win, you get a championship shirt designed by the great Sam Riley, and you're automatically entered into the big league with Jake Arians and the rest of us next year.
Oh, in the big league, by the way, we're drafting live.
Yeah, we're drafting live on this show.
Yep.
Live.
And if you cannot deal with me cracking on you the entire draft, you can't be in the big league.
Yeah, if you have thin skin, you can donate, but well, if you don't want to be in the room.
Correct. I will make you cry. And it's not to hurt your feelings, it's all playful.
So that's it. No more callers. This is a great fucking show. Great turnout, guys.
Hold on. Hold on. We have 3 callers. So
we can't take 3 callers.
3 more callers?
Yeah.
We can't take callers.
I got to be nice. Let's take 3 bang calls. Okay, you guys are listening.
Bang them out.
3
Listen,
callers.
you're on hold right now.
Hey, when I was on the Pewtercast, we took them till they stopped. So.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
No, I was just saying, out of respect for Brent, I was just trying to respect your time, but no, we'll keep going.
Wow.
I'm nice.
He's calling out our endurance right now. I think that's what that sounds like. We'll go all night.
He said he could bang all night.
He could bang all night.
I know. I have it on good authority. Brent can make kids.
I'm pretty sure he can.
Wow. I don't know how close are you to have such kind of anyway, we're going to take these 3 calls. Guys, you know what I should do? I should put all 3 of them in at one time and just let them talk. No. You each have 60 seconds. Give us your take and
your name, wing preference.
Yeah, if you're new,
you got shit.
Like Jim Rome says, have a take, don't suck.
You're
going to get run.
Phenomenal. It's got to be phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I've always wanted to do this.
813, you're all 813 area codes, but 813 you're on. What's up?
Yo, Sammer, Stank, Papi, Brent, thank you for everything that you guys fucking do. First off, I want to start off with saying, go Bucs. Secondly, fuck the goddamn Saints.
Yes.
Great call.
Fuck Sean Payton.
Yes.
Fuck everybody. Fuck Jameis. Fuck Drew Brees. Fuck Alvin Kamara and his super das grill.
Yes.
Second time caller. But I fuck heavily with dry rub and sauce. But it's blue cheese all the way. It's blue cheese all the way.
Wow.
What a Hall of Fame phone call right now.
Wow. I mean,
what's going on right now?
Hey, you're 813. Are you coming Saturday to watch, to watch with us at what's the name of the restaurant again?
Tap House 61. Come on.
Tap House 61.
Dude, I won't be at Tap House. I've got my own tap room to run. I'm doing my own thing out in Plant City, doing my own thing, baby. And, gotta put in the work there, but dude, fuck all of that shit. Just I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Keep it Chris or Jim Rome style. Have a take, don't suck.
You're running out of time. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't stumble.
So I've been listening since the beginning, so I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Justin Watson's still on the roster.
No, he's not.
He's tackles last year. I don't think that. I think if we keep 7, BA and Keith Armstrong could keep Jay Watt at that number 7 spot, even if it's on a practice squad spot.
He's gone.
And then also.
Come on, you're stumbling. Come on. You're gonna get the buzzer. You're gonna get the buzzer. You're gonna get the buzzer.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. No, I'm not gonna get the buzzer. Don't buzz me. And I also think if we keep if we keep 5 linebackers, Grant Stewart may be that guy.
I had the buzzer.
Hey, that was a hell of a call. No, he don't
get
the buzzer.
That was such a good call, though.
It was a great call.
Such a good call.
Started off so good, he ran out of steam. He ran out of steam, bro.
He
did he say? Did he say Grant was going to not make the team or make?
No,
the
he
team?
is going to make the.
Oh, terrible take. No way. The kid's gone.
Phenomenal fucking call. But listen, the great Sam Riley will teach you. I can teach you. You got to pace yourself, bro. You got to pump.
He came in super hot.
Yeah, dude.
Super hot, bro. And
you run out of breath. You got to breathe while you're talking.
Yeah,
folks.
dude.
You got to breathe.
He was pumping and pumping, and
you got to pump.
You got to slow down. You got to get ahead of that.
When you get a leg cramp, you gotta play through that shit though. You can't stop just because of a leg cramp.
Oh, you got to know how to reach back and massage that cramp out without her even finding out.
You're not gonna catch the cramp if you pace yourself in the beginning. You gotta. You got to warm it up. You can't.
Look, so happy you just get excited, you got to dive right in. You're so excited, it's been so long that you're just, oh my god, and then you get it, and you're like, oh, hold on, I got
It's been like 2.5 hours. It's got to happen. It's been too long. Like
2.5 hours. Jesus, Sam. What the fuck?
Backed up. You want to get it all out at one time, and
you back up in 2.5 hours.
Hey man, that crude oil bath, bro, it fucks you up. Trust me.
I like it, bro. I mean, who needs to last long? You come in hot, you get the fucking job done, and you get out.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Arby's. Hey, we're going to 813.
Hey, Arby's is fucking good, bro.
It is what it is.
You got 60 seconds, or I'm gonna run you. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, fellas? I got one question for Stink.
Okay.
Hear me out, okay?
Okay, all right.
What the fuck is going on with O.J. Howard? What the hell is going on with these drop catches, these drop passes? And where the hell is Cam Brady at? Where the hell has this man been? He's been quiet the whole entire training camp. Y'all tell me, what happened to Cam Brady?
I'm glad you asked me this question because, Juicy, he just doesn't have it, man. I get it. He started to come on, but he did very juicy things. He doesn't have the ability to last. I don't know that the guy's heart is really in football. I just don't. I don't think it's ever been in football. I think he's one of those guys that everybody's been like, you should be a football player. And he's survived on just raw talent and ability alone. But he just doesn't have it. He doesn't do it for me. Doesn't. He's going to make the team.
No, bro. I think that's a little unfair. You don't play at Alabama if you don't give a shit. Okay. And, like, injuries are injuries. Like, I love when people say, well, people are injury like, if somebody falls on your fucking ankle, like Vita Vea, freak shit happens. Sometimes it's bad luck. I don't think it's a lack of passion, bro. It's just been bad luck. And there's
he doesn't play with passion.
It's interesting because we had Anthony Becht on here last year at one point, and we asked him about OJ, and what did he say? He said OJ will go as far as OJ can focus on. He said something. He's like, I've had to talk to OJ in the past. We've had discussions. He's worried about this. He's worried about that. Contract this, contract that. Kids doesn't seem like he's 100%. I agree with Stank. He does not look out there. When he's out there, he doesn't look like his give a shit meter is as high as everybody else's.
And to answer your question about the
great
fucking Cameron Brate, he started off on the PUP list, so he's off the PUP list. I don't know if he's practicing, but if he's off the PUP list, he's healthy. They probably just don't want to put him out there. So it's unnecessary. He's a veteran. There's no need to get him out there and get him all banged up.
Well, here's the thing. We know who Cam Brady is.
Yeah.
We know where his ceiling is. We know where his floor is. We know what he's capable of. We know what he's not capable of. They know everything they need to know about Cameron Brate. He's not changing. What's this? His 7th year in the league now. He's not changing.
Incredible.
And he's steady. He's a steady Eddie. Can he be upgraded? Sure. But is he a guy that you want to get rid of? No.
Tom loves him. Tom loves him too.
Just one more question. One more question. Now, hear me out. Tanner Hudson or OJ Howard? Rick in their roster spot. You tell me.
It's going to be OJ. It's going to be OJ.
Yeah.
Even if OJ Howard sucked, they can't cut him and still keep paying him. It makes no sense. They may trade him.
They picked up his 5th-year option. Though.
Yeah, they're never going to cut him because of that. So he's got to be traded, or he stays.
Wait,
on the
when
team.
does that when does that 5th-year option go guaranteed? It's only guaranteed against injury. He's not injured right now.
No, he cannot be
so
cut.
When he can't be cut now?
No. I think it's only against injury, Sammer.
It's only against injury, but I don't know when it. I don't know when it becomes guaranteed. I don't know if it's at the start of the season.
Multiple shows that he cannot be cut because of his contract. He can be traded, but his contract keeps him here. There's no way he can get cut.
Listen, OJ is infinitely more talented than Tanner Hudson and Cameron Brate for that matter. Honestly, he has the ability to be one of the best tight ends in the fucking NFL if he just had the, I don't know, man, the fire.
We've had this talk. Stank and I have had this talk on the phone, off the air, and I get where you're coming from. I get where you're talking about Sammer and Brent and everybody in the room in the chat. When you look at a guy like George Kittle, it just looks different, right?
And Kels,
with the give a shit meter, not even Gronk and Kittle. Kels is a pretty boy. He's a receiver. He doesn't block.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the give a shit. Like they enjoy that. Like Kittle wants to fucking pancake you more than he wants to catch a touchdown. Yep. It's just different.
Kittle wants to kill you.
OJ's capable, but
yeah. Those guys want to rip. They want to rip your heart out. They don't give a fuck if it's blocking, catching. OJ doesn't. It doesn't seem like that. Maybe I know he's a little rusty. He's coming back from something that's pretty. It's a hard injury to come back from. You could be a little, I don't want to say scared, but you kind of pull back a little bit because you don't want to fuck.
That's what I see. That's what I see. Honestly,
but
I see
before that,
that's
he was
like picking his leg up, not planning it. Blocking and really. I don't think he trusted it yet, man. That's no joke.
These didn't work the other night for him.
And look, I would love to see OJ work out. He hasn't yet in his 4 years. But I'd love to see him work out. I'd love to see him have a full year with guys like Gronk and hell, even Brate. Like get the man in and see if he can actually do it. See if he can turn it on. But at this point right now, I'm not signing him to an extension.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for somebody else.
No, based off of right now what we've seen this year, but people forget that OJ Howard was leading this team in targets last year. I mean, he was beasting people. The Denver game was a huge game. The game where he got hurt, he caught one up the seam. I mean, he was everything that we expected. He just can't stay fucking healthy. But none of us are complaining last year when he was leading the team in targets over guys like Mike Evans and Gronk and Godwin, everybody.
And that's fine. I want him to stay healthy. And look, I got reamed a little bit by Derek Fournier over at What the Buck the other day because he's like, you can't predict injuries. That's right. You can't predict injuries. But OJ has been injured every single year. And I'm not saying that I want him to be injured. I'm not saying I'm predicting an injury this year. I'm just saying based on the past. Some people are just injury prone, right? Like we've seen that. I need OJ to stay healthy. If he can stay healthy this whole year, lead the team target. I don't care if he leads the team in targets or not. If he can play well, fine. Let's bring him back on an extension. But I haven't seen it yet to make me want to have him back on the team. But what I have seen is enough to say if it's between him and Tanner Hudson, keeping OJ Howard. Forget the contract. Between the two, I'm still taking OJ Howard.
It'd be nice for him to work out because I feel like this is Gronk's last year. It'd be nice to have a guy as big, as capable, maybe better potential. It's a shitty word to say, but have a guy like OJ slide in and take that role. That'd be awesome because he can block.
It's a fucking shame we're not talking about him like that.
We wouldn't need
that's
Gronk.
my beef.
If he was OJ we wouldn't have Gronk.
Yeah, okay, but we did the same. We did the same thing with Jameis. Okay, 5 years in, we should already know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, package it right now. OJ Howard, Ronald Jones, to the Vikings. Give me Dalvin Cook.
You're finally going to get
right
Dalvin.
The wrong. Let's write it.
Fine, and then we're looking at a tight end first round next year. Dude. Because like I love Cam Brate. Cam Brate's not tight end one.
What's homeboy getting paid up in Minnesota anyway?
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin.
Yeah, he's getting paid.
Did he get an extension yet or no?
I'm joking, everyone, by the way.
Did he get an extension?
He's on his fifth-year option.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing him getting
I don't. If they trade for him, they'd have him for 1 year or half a year, and that's it, because they are not going to pay a running back
Next
the
call,
money he
the
wants.
last call.
That was it. The other guy hung up when I took this call, so
he got scared.
He got scared. Yep, he couldn't do it. He's like, oh man, that's
Dalvin Cook is signed through 2025 right now, y'all.
Okay, so he did get paid.
Extension.
Well, there you go.
So Sam, are you asking Brent the question?
Yeah, let's end it with that. I think we have to. It's only the right thing to do, man.
It's only fitting.
Sure you want this?
We're gonna have to ask. We'll know just.
I'm gonna tell you. Anybody who's ever watched Loose Cannons, they know the question's coming. They've thought in advance of what their answer is going to be. They're just waiting on the question. You sure you want it?
No, we have to ask it. All right. Yeah. This is what determines a return or a ban. You know how this works. This is not a democracy on this show. Brent, I assume you like dry rub. You like saucy wings. I don't think you have a preference, but I'm going to ask: are you going dry rub? Or are you going dripping wet?
Sammer, what about me makes you think that I don't like them both? Because I like them both.
I
like them both.
Solid.
I like them both.
Solid.
If it's good, I'm eating it. You don't get to be me by not eating food. Let's just.
I also like them both. I prefer dry rub.
I prefer sauced. I really do.
Smart man.
But
beautiful.
But I also really like a dry. I had dry rub at the Rays game this past weekend.
It's beautiful.
So
see, there's a difference. There's a difference because people misunderstand, right? Like me and Sammer it's not like we don't like dry rub. It's just that when we say chalk dry, chalky, that's what Stank makes. Stank puts them in the fucking smoker for like 16 hours, Brent.
Yeah.
Do like suck the moisture out of your mouth when you bite into it,
dude.
Completely, bro.
You're
good
eating
thing about
bone with
the good thing about my
his
wings is
remind me of the turkey in Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't need to be refrigerated.
You bite into it, it's like
dust comes out of there. It's like I used to be a chicken wing.
You know when you can like walk in to like a meat market and you see like things hanging from the pieces of meat hanging from the rafters and stuff like that? You can do that with my wings.
All right.
It lasts.
Stank likes jerky. I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's weird.
The more important of the two questions, and I'm pretty sure I know which way he's going to go here because he said, "Do you want it? Do you want the answer?"
It's sad.
He did tell himself.
Are you dipping them in blue cheese or shit?
All right.
Oh! I heard the pops.
All right.
He's gonna
Here's the
fuck
deal.
us. He's gonna fuck.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I've said this on Twitter, and now I'm gonna say it to y'all's faces.
Why are you worried about it?
Y'all spend way too much time worrying about what other grown ass men are putting in their mouths.
We do, and
I'm
I
just
want to know.
Tell you that.
I want to know what
Worried about what everybody.
I don't think we spend enough time.
Thing.
Honestly,
listen up. Here's my turn. You asked me a question.
Whoa! Fuck him out.
What?
What? Fuck him out, Sammer.
What? On this show, I will mute you right now. I will mute you.
Put in my mouth,
I don't care who you are.
Sammer, shut your face. Go.
I won that one.
I can tell you this right now. Does not determine the size of my penis the way apparently it does with some others.
Apparently, you're wrong.
Now, here's the thing.
We're all hung because we like blue cheese.
What I choose to dip my wings in, it's all about flavor combinations. Whatever the dry rub, whatever the sauce is, has to go well with the sauce that I'm dipping it in. So here's the deal. When I'm eating my buffalo wings and they're slathered in buffalo sauce,
delicious.
You got to put those in blue cheese. You can't put that in shit. It's got to go in blue cheese because they go together.
And it right there.
That's it. No.
And it right there.
Other sauces?
And it right there. That's it.
That's it.
No.
Wait,
you're putting other sauces on your wings. You're dumb, but you know.
Eats both ranch.
No. Listen, people misunderstand this all the time. We're not requiring blue cheese to eat wings. If we want to dip him in another wing or another sauce, or if it's just insanely fucking hot, you cool him down. Blue cheese is the only option. We can't eat them without. If it's a perfectly made wing, it's like pizza. You don't need to dip it in ranch.
No.
It's a good
there
pizza.
is a second option.
What's the second option?
The Parmesan Romano at
but not that. I get what Brent's saying because I don't think Brent's tried those glorious.
But he was trying to go down a dangerous slope.
No. I get where it's coming from.
That something goes well with ranch.
You interrupted me. Shut your mouth. Shut your face. This twice on your show. You've been told.
No, I'm trying to make you. I was trying to make you think I was going that direction. No. Look.
So like, if it's an Asian style or something like that, or sweet, like I may not need blue cheese because
I don't need blue cheese. It's sweet. I love sweet Thai chili. Sweet Thai chili is probably my favorite sauce. You can put them on there. I don't need sauce for that because that shit's delicious.
You know what's good?
Tasty.
Sweet Thai chili and blue cheese is really good, by the way. Just so they're good by themselves. It's good by themselves, but it's also good in blue cheese.
Try it in yum sauce.
Mango habanero. Somebody in the chat, but delicious. You don't even need to dip it.
Leave it alone. Extra crispy. Give me the sauce. Asian Thai chili, amazing. I don't need trailer gravy or blue cheese with those. I agree with you. I do.
Yeah, those of you who are quiet in the chat, we know you eat fucking chicken nuggets. Okay, we know.
Chicken nuggets.
Hey, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about boneless wings. All right, look.
What are boneless wings? They don't exist.
I've eaten enough. I've eaten enough chicken nuggets to know a chicken nugget when I see a chicken nugget. Chicken nuggets are delicious. I love chicken nuggets. I don't give a fuck what you call them. I'm gonna eat some chicken nuggets when I want a chicken nugget. But when I want a wing,
just don't call them boneless wings.
Yeah, and charge 3 times the amount.
We don't have a problem with chicken nuggets. We just have a problem when a chicken nugget walks in the room and tries to tell me he's a fucking wing because he's not.
It's not cool.
I don't like being lied to.
See what happened. Sammer took a trip Mexico. He got kind of drunk, Brent, and then this dude dressed up as a girl. Try to pass off as like a chicken nugget trying to pass off as a wing. It's a long story, lots of tequila.
You're funny, dude. You think I would ever go to Mexico?
Woke up with a headache.
Wow.
I saw a bag.
Wow.
Y'all check it out. I saw a bag of
Mexico.
They do not pass the clean air test for me, buddy. Sorry.
Hey,
I saw a bag of boneless wings.
Mexico is a fucking badass place.
What did you say, Brent?
Go ahead, Brent.
I said I saw a bag of boneless wings the other day made with rib meat. I was like, that's not a wing.
That's not a wing.
And by definitionally, that's not a wing.
There's no such thing as a boneless wing. It doesn't exist.
But I will eat them if they're served.
They're flapping around without bones.
Lobello, I disagree. Sauce and Wings, our sponsor, has the best sauce, and that's next to mine and Sammer's. Buffalo Wild Wings does not. They are commercialized, and they've lost their passion for wings and sauce.
Yeah, they're out here trying to serve people fucking.
Their wings have no meat on them.
They're out here trying to serve people fucking brisket sandwiches that taste like shit.
Fucking weird. And you know what, Brent?
And you know what, Brent? You're right. They serve you bones.
Was elite.
They're the opposite.
Was elite. Now it's just greasy, weird.
They're the opposite of boneless wings. They are meatless wings. They're just bone.
Their
wings.
mango habanero is still decent.
They don't have meat on their wings.
There's no meat on the wing.
I don't mind the smaller wing. I don't. You know what? Those big GMO, just ones that look like a damn thigh.
You know what? You know what, Brent? So says the guy that they whisper in his ear like, size doesn't matter. It's okay. You've been conditioned to that.
You can
it's
tell.
Not the size of the wing.
You can tell.
It's the flap of it's the flap
yeah,
of the
you can tell he's had that heart to heart at the end of the bed when he's like,
my wings are satisfying, baby.
She's like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's not the size of the wing. It's the sauce.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, come here.
Sauce is
Come
good
back.
too.
Don't sit at the foot of the bed. Come here. Come here.
The sauce is amazing.
Yeah,
I'll spoon you. You can be Little Spoon. Come here.
She cuddles you to sleep. That's sad.
Is it a flat or a drum?
What's wrong with being the Little Spoon sometimes?
Wow.
God.
My buns get cold too.
How big is your spoon though? Listen, everybody out there, thanks for watching the Loose Cannons. Hit a like. Drop a comment. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know how stupid you actually could be. Hit subscribe. Hit the ring or the bell button. Yeah. You'll get notified when we go live. Hey, you gotta
subscribe and hit the bell, stupid.
We've been getting a lot of action over there, so organically, we never talk about it, but we do have a fucking Loose Cannons IG page. Go follow us, Loose Cannons on IG. We update, we post beautiful pictures of Sammer's shit and our wings and all kinds of shit on that page. So go follow us there and join our Facebook group as well. We're about to hit 7,000 followers. So shout out to you guys, and you can interact with us there and just talk about football and shenanigans.
And OnlyFans
crazy fuckers out of Tap House 61 this Saturday.
And OnlyFans pulled back their ban, so we're good to go. Mammoth Muslim is still good on OnlyFans. So is the Loose Cannons. Find us on there. Subscribe. It's awesome. You'll get way more than you're paying for. Brent, thank you so much for hanging out. The world's
thanks, guys, for having me.
Funnest Bucs podcast in the entire world. I don't know if you need to pimp anything out there, but I'll let you do that before we end the show.
Man, look, nothing yet. If you guys want to check out my side project that I still have as a podcast, I don't know, it's back over there. It's Beam Me Up, a Star Trek podcast. You guys can check me out doing some stuff over there.
Sammer's a big fan of that one.
I bet he is. Right there along with the Harry Potter podcast I got going on as well that I'm producing.
Yeah. You know what? We should start a Harry Potter podcast together, Brent. The three of us would Stank and
let's do it.
Because
Mike Evans.
I'm all for it.
And Mike Evans.
And Mike Evans.
I'll call in and be like, "What are you guys talking about? Who's this? I don't know any of the names, so help me out here. Who's something Bumble something? I've heard Stank say Bumble something.
Sammer. Here's the thing.
Bumblebee. Who's Bumblebee?
Bumbledore.
Yeah.
That's who you're thinking of.
Yeah, you tell me this shit's not made for kids. Guy's name is fucking Bumbledore. Bumbledore.
Bumbledore.
All right, go ahead.
Video game name.
I was gonna say the fact that Sammer can mispronounce it means that he knows way more.
He
than
knows what it is. He's a fucking clown.
I know only what Stank and Carmen have said on this show. That is all I know, and I didn't even get it right. But
and Casey spit up a drink when you fucking talk shit about Harry Potter. How dare you?
Hey, it's made for 12-year-olds, and it was written. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, it was written for 12-year-olds. That's it. Anyone who likes it beyond that I don't get it. Sorry, it's a dumb genre. Fuck Harry Potter.
What do you watch? Do you just watch True Lies all day?
Just Back to the Future over and over and over again.
I watch Back to the Future.
Pretty sure he watches his own OnlyFans page is what he
does.
Probably
donates money to himself is what it is.
No,
look, babe, I made a lot of money today. Wait.
No, I would just
came out of our account.
Look at my frame. Look at my frame. Look, I'm the best centered model on that site. Just so you know.
Best centered model
from the neck up.
Damn right.
This whole thing is from the neck up.
Are we off live already?
No. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Go Bucs.